Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder Big Boy Season, Episode 6. We are back for another exciting time in the Forgotten Realms in this wonderful 5th edition D&D module. I'm stalling. I am Matthew Foreman. I am your Dungeon Master, and I am joined by our usual lovely cast of players with the return of Maybuzz. Tragically missed us last week, but I delivered an Oscar-worthy performance as Alyssa. So let's start with our intros. Tell them who you are, who you'll be playing, etc., etc. Let's just start simple and easy. Start with Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye. I stream and stuff, and I'm playing Aubrey Harper, who is a artificer, and she does not a lot of damage. Doesn't craft many things. Completely balanced.
Actually trolling. And Crowan.
Hello, name is Crowan. I also stream and stuff, and today I'll be playing Zane Korakai, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
Hot, Lucius. I always do that. Casanova.
Hello, I am Casanova. I also stream and stuff. I'm playing Lucius Cavalierius, the human bard. Sing songs and stuff sometimes.
Y'all are doing great. Mr. Charisma, Tomster.
What was I supposed to say? I missed the train. My name's Tom. I stream once a year. I play a human fighter. Next.
You actually stream once a week, my friend, on Dice Priori.
Oh, true.
He's sick.
Big Pog.
What's your human fighter's name?
Yeah.
Oh, Kaiser.
Golden. Awesome. And last but certainly not least, May.
Hi, I'm May. I play Alyssa Salianari. I am a small teenage girl child Aasimar druid that is boy crazy and weird.
And actually 15.
Yeah.
And very fierce. Very fierce.
And I eat people. Well, like, not... I don't like eat them, but I like to bite them sometimes.
Excuse me.
All right.
Okay, great. y'all are lovely. So let's start with the recap. When we last left our heroes, they had just begun their journey away from the village of Nightstone after doing several heroic feats, saving villagers, thwarting a goblin assault, helping rebuild the keep, and helping elect a new leader of that village. They left the town of Nightstone on a quest to journey to the far northern town of Tribor to help enact an old treaty between Nightstone and Tribor to help them in what appear to be times of ill omens and grim portents, as giant assaults are picking up all around the frontier. They made their way to the city of Waterdeep, the city of splendor on the sea, where they met characters from Kaiser and Lucius Pass in Emmett, who is a very enthusiastic young man who was throwing a party. And they also met a woman whose name was shortened to Ava, if I believe we shortened her name to, correct? Yeah, and you all met them and then went shopping for a little while, which is actually Tom's favorite kind of episode. He's hoping we can just do about 6 more shopping episodes, and a lot of social shopping. And they were accosted by another Zentarum band looking for their drugs, looking for not only looking for their drugs, but looking for repayment for the drug trade that was sabotaged. They cleverly thwarted the Zentarum thugs and were able to call in the town guard for Zane's clever use of, I believe, a quickened thaumaturgy, if memory serves, which was pretty badass. So as a bonus action, he basically summoned the guards 2 rounds later using a 300% increased voice, and the Watchful Order of the Magus arrived with Griffin guards. The Watchful Order of the Magus representative Narfugel Brightmane informed them that the Zentarum were very eager to move a large amount of razor dust and drug product through Nightstone and other locales because the off-city sites that they had been using, which were ruins and castles and all the like, were being accosted and uprooted by giants in a not necessarily a coordinated attack, but a successive and consistent. With that knowledge, they departed and began to leave the city of Waterdeep. Oh, and they also heard of a new Zentarum operative rising in the ranks known as Copperhead. And with that knowledge, they began to journey north towards the town of Triboar, and on their way, they will pass through many localities as they take the long road. They have a 12-day journey lying ahead of them. Party, what do you wish to do?
I don't remember. Did we already set out, or
Yeah,
No.
I believe so.
You're just outside the gates of Waterdeep.
All right.
We, me and Alyssa got our dresses, right?
You did.
Okay.
Oh, Tom bought cursed armor.
That's true.
I
We
have
did.
cursed armor. It's my dress.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Tom.
Zane got some new fit as well. Yeah.
He did. He was interrupted, but he did end up getting tailored by
Uh-huh.
the cantankerous tailor. So yeah, you stand outside the walls and look at each other as you look ahead on the long road ahead.
Let's go.
Like, how long is this journey supposed to take again?
I believe it is supposed to be a little under 2 weeks.
That's like so long.
No, it is a long distance we are traveling.
Isn't there like magic that could just like get us there or something?
Do you possess these magics, Alyssa?
No.
Well then,
Unfortunately, neither do I. Lucius, do you?
Oh, yes, of course. We could just teleport there right now.
No.
Really? That'd be so freaking awesome.
I can't quite do that yet.
Ah. Well, unless either of you two, others, can do it, then I suppose we are traveling on the road.
No, I don't believe that I can.
I don't know why you even asked me. Let's go.
But Alyssa, darling, don't worry. The road, there'll be plenty of people to see and talk to. I'm sure it'll be very entertaining.
Hopefully not Zentarum, sir. I think it is quite offensive. They would even approach us. I suppose their bases are located in Waterdeep, but hopefully, now that we are leaving it, we will not run into them anymore.
Yeah,
Well.
I'm tired of those Zentirum guys.
That's unfortunate. If you're tired of them already.
Well, they might not make good company, but
I'm sure they'll never show up again.
they will provide entertainment.
No, if they do, they will be very, very well reprimanded for such things.
Interesting. So you set onto the long road, as it's called, on this side of Waterdeep. Waterdeep intersects the road from the high road to the long road, and you all set on. You journey for the better part of a day before you eventually come to a fork in the road. The path right will take you to Rassalanter and Amphel and onward all the way up to Triboar, which is the most direct route that you have chosen. The way forward, not right, will take you along the coast in a very circuitous route, but you can eventually catch Triboar Trail to get to Triboar. But it is a much longer distance. I'm assuming...
Suppose we'll probably take the direct route here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
I suppose so.
Suppose.
Well, we're not in a rush.
Would you like to take the scenic route?
No. No.
I mean,
Suppose it is-
I've never traveled that way before.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Kaiser, where's your sense of adventure?
Long ago lost. Let's go.
I vote adventure. If we're gonna have to go forever, we might as well like enjoy it.
Well, that would be even more forever if we went the other way.
I mean, what's the difference between like forever and forever plus? It's all still
Well,
forever.
there's a difference even in the name.
I mean, well, forever is forever, so it's like forever, right?
No, what? Okay, let's go. I start walking.
I love when you all argue. It's like I feel like I bait it sometimes. I just like
We'll just go off, Frontier roads, take me home to a place where I belong, Tribal City.
the road ahead would take you past the Mere of Dead Men, by the way. Not great.
Oh.
Yeah. So you do choose to go right towards the town of Rassalanter, which
That's crazy.
Yeah, is your next route.
We have a map.
You do, yeah, you do.
None of my compatriots said, "Hey, let's not go to the Mere of Dead Men."
Oh, yeah, did I?
Dead men.
Might be
Oh,
interesting.
I have a map. Zane pulls out a map. I suggest we avoid the Mere of Dead Men. That is all. Let us go.
Might be interesting.
Maybe they have things.
Yeah, dead men. Let's go.
They have things, yes. They have the Z-Men hands that they will like to kill you with.
Wait, they're alive?
No, they're dead.
Well, then how are they going to grab us?
There's
I mean,
zombies are dead and alive at the same time. Undead.
Zombies.
do we know that they're actually dead, though?
We're walking as we're talking. By the way, I refuse to stop.
Yeah, it's not like
Conversation.
it's not like names of places are like going to guarantee that it'll be there. Like we were just in Nightstone, and I didn't see a Nightstone anywhere.
Ah, what if all the dead men are gone?
Gonna lose it. There's one Nightstone and it was stolen. The Mirror of Dead Men has the name Mirror of Dead Men for a reason.
Well,
I don't think all of the dead men were stolen.
Is there water in Waterdeep?
Yeah, it's on the ocean.
It is
But not,
right
like,
next to
in
water,
it.
yes.
But then why isn't it called like next to ocean?
Because it doesn't sound as good.
I'm with Alyssa here. I mean, water
No, you're
is
not.
built on the shallows. Like it's
Don't
not like it's
believe
that deep.
Yeah, but you're far away.
Oh my god.
Ah,
You have
yes.
to
I mean,
sail at least
Water.
40, 50 meters out before you find any depth.
Water shallow. Yeah, why isn't it called water? See, names can be misleading.
Lucia's just losing his mind, just like
plus, Kaiser, have you been to the Mire of Dead Men? You don't know what's there.
I'm talking about my domain.
Like, what do you expect to find at Tribor? 3 pigs? I don't understand.
I'm gonna lose it.
It's just like Tom is so eager to travel and to get to the point. And everyone's arguing over the minutia. Oh fuck.
What else are we gonna do when we walk for 2 weeks?
I may not survive this trip.
wait, we have horses, I think, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as long as you stick to the main road, we can there are basically little stops and things along the way. If you ever want to incorporate one of those little stops into like a scene that you're trying to tell, you could do that. But otherwise, that's kind of in the background. It's baked in. It's hand waved.
Cool.
So, as you journey away from the Mirror of Dead Men, which actually does have lots of zombies in it,
That's crazy.
crazy. You venture north towards the city of Rassalanter. On the way, you do see the splendor and the lovely nature of this countryside. Fallen and destroyed, this world has been many times, and it is known as the Forgotten Realms because entire civilizations have fallen. But as you journey north towards Rassalanter, you see to your east the rolling plains that stretch out towards the North Furrow Road and when you go beyond, you would have returned to Nightstone and the Ardeep Forest. And when you look to your west, you do see beautiful gray and metallic, the Sword Mountains, as they're called. And they stand fairly high for being as ancient and old as they are. You take the road on until the land that you are reaching gets more hilly and uneven, and you leave behind the plains of the lower elevation of the sea level of Waterdeep until you approach a humble village known as Rassalanter. You have spent 2 days on the road now, so you are 4 days into this journey. As you arrive in Rassalanter, it is a humble farming village, to be sure, full of nice little thatched roofs and simple roadways with wooden signs. But it also does have a bit of a wall, a bit of a defensive structure around it. And you see often to the east there seems to be a gentle light on What have you missed so far? Well, he missed arguing. Great arguing.
What's new?
And as you kind of saunter on into Rasalanter, you can see signs for an inn. It's the only inn in town and is known as the Sleeping Dragon. What do you wish to do?
Well, I suppose we just stay here, rest for the night, and be on our way in the morning. There's not much here for us to see, I suppose.
What's the name of this town again? I ask in character.
Rasalanter, I believe, as shows on the map.
This
What's
is
the
indeed.
Rasalanter then?
It is this town, this village. I do not know what it was
Where's the
named
inn?
after.
I'm going to sleep.
If you would like, Alyssa, we can ask around and see if anyone knows the history.
Yeah.
That's for an inn first, and then the history after, maybe.
Well, of course, we'll go to the inn first.
We should find the ghost that lives in the cemetery here.
I don't think
Not every
every.
place has one of those.
Yeah, not everyone has the ghost. You know, just the Nightstone had a ghost.
Yes, but every town does have a few skeletons in their closet now, don't they?
Oh my god, let's
Alright.
find them too.
Yikes.
Perhaps so. But I do not think that the ones here will be very important to our journey.
Kaiser, where are you going?
Guard!
Kaiser, where are you going?
Guard, where's the inn?
One of the guards who you see is robed in Waterdavian garb. This is a guard from Waterdeep. Looks over to you and she says, "It's the Sleeping Dragon, and have you not heard of it?" And she points to the east.
It's just this way. Just follow this road, and then we're good.
Directly east. It's a small village.
All right, thank you. I go.
I have a question too.
Oh, yes, darling.
Why is the town called Rasalanter?
Oh, it's named after Lord Rasalanter and Lady Rasalanter, who founded it.
Are there ghosts here too?
Well, they do say that the Rasalanter Keep, which is a ruin at this point, is haunted. They do say that.
Can we sleep there?
I wouldn't advise it. It's a fallen keep, and no one lives there anymore. And it-
Where is it?
she points off into the east past the dim lights of the inn, and you see a kind of dark shape high on a hill. I think it's that shape over there.
Do you happen to know when the keep came into ruin?
Oh, quite some time ago, actually. Well over 100 years before the Second Sundering.
Ah, and it has still not been rebuilt. That is a shame.
No. Well, there are no lords and ladies for the city, and Waterdeep keeps us protected, so the open lords rule it. So,
Indeed, whatever works for you here.
oh, and where are you from?
I am from Mirabar. Name is Zain Korakai.
She smiles. She's like, Mirabar. Well, they certainly have their own way of doing things up there.
Indeed. One that
I'm from
is
the
much to the success of us.
She looks at you, Alyssa. She says, "Oh, you're from a forest. What forest, darling? Are you from Westwood, Crypt Garden, the High Forest?"
That way.
What direction do you point?
Like in the way that we came from.
Towards the ocean? Oh, you must be from an island nation. That's fascinating. Fascinating. Well, enjoy your stay, and, Sleeping Dragon is just ahead.
Oh, thank you.
She gives you all a nod.
I skip after Kaiser, who I'm sure has already left on his way to the inn.
So you do arrive at the Sleeping Dragon Inn, and you can see that this inn is quite beautiful. You have heard of it before. It is a site of many adventuring parties have gotten their start here, as so many do in inns. And it is a gorgeous inn with dark finishes, deep red woods, and beautiful red cushions in the seating and whatnot. It has several trophies from powerful game. There's a direwolf. There's, other creatures. There's no dragon's head. Let's not get crazy. But there are powerful the heads and busts of powerful creatures adorn the walls as you enter. You do see a female dwarf. Excuse me, actually. Hold on. a male dwarf who appears to be the bartender and or innkeeper. He seems to be the only one. He seems to be running the place, and he is dressed with beautiful red leathers and wears a black cloak. And he looks over. He's come in.
Yes, thank you. Wanting to acquire rooms for tonight?
Oh, well, we definitely have a few open rooms for you. He looks up. I'm assuming you only want to stay in the finest that we have to offer.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yes, of course, and I'm willing to barter trade of a performance for the night in order to pay for all our rooms.
Oh, well, I don't know about all your rooms, but I can certainly offer you a discount.
Of course.
If you need anything crafted or prepared, I can also do that for you, and that can maybe also help lower the cost.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay.
And also, thank you, Miwa, for subscribing 3 months in a row.
That's an 11. No, there's that motorcycle.
That motorcycle follows you all the way to Wrestler. I'm gonna have to make it a thing now.
It's just canon.
Yeah, it's just canon.
He's interim rolling up on their home.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm literally gonna weave it in one of these days. It's gonna happen. So here we are. What was your persuasion?
11.
Okay. Well, he says, well, I don't really need much in the way of repairing. However, I suppose if you're willing to offer your services, I can find something for you to do. We can at least have a little chit chat about it. How about that? So that's it. 2 discounts, I'll say. Heck, 3 discounts. So rather than 5 gold per night for the lot of you, I will say 2 gold per night for the lot of you.
Yeah, sure. That works for me.
That sounds very fair.
Perfect. So, what brings you to the Sleeping Dragon and the town of Rassalunter?
Passing through.
Just passing through.
Good. Why don't you have a seat and enjoy the special brew of the Sleeping Dragon?
Was
Yes,
that 2
please.
gold per person or 2 gold total?
For the lot of you, 2 gold.
Per total. Yahar.
I got the house Sleeping Dragon Dark. It's a gorgeous dark brew for you.
Thanks.
He looks at you.
Thank you.
I'm afraid I can't serve you. We got the guards from Waterdeep in town after all.
Good call.
How about like half of one?
All right,
And you
what's
fill
up?
it with water.
Let's go to sleep.
Yes,
Everyone-
didn't you a couple days ago? Yeah, this is too much for you.
Are you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just...
He looks over at Kaiser. Are you in a hurry to get somewhere, lad?
I just don't want her to drink all of this, you know. She's got a bright day tomorrow, and she is 15 years old. So careful. This is for you and me.
So, what does bring you to Rassalunter, after all?
We're looking for ghosts.
Oh my god.
We're headed on our way to Tribor. Just passing
Oh.
through.
That's a long way to walk, to travel. Why are you headed to Tribor?
Official business?
Oh, official. Are you representatives of the Open Lord?
Well, my name is Zane Korakai from Mirabah, but I am on diplomatic missions, I suppose you could say.
Interesting. Diplomatic mission all the way from Waterdeep, heading to Tribor.
Some things like that.
Oh, well, keep your secrets. Well, I won't leave you. Enjoy your meal. I look forward to your performance, and welcome to the Sleeping Dragon Inn. My name is Yandro Horn, if you need anything.
Yes, thank you.
What was his name again?
Yandro Horn. Yondral Horn. Horn.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yandrel Horny. Got it.
Yandro Horny. Damn it. And he gives you. And the food is delicious. That black brew is not poison or anything. It's literally just called the Sleeping Dragon Black. It's a wonderful dark ale if you're into that kind of thing. And the inn is quite lovely. Has good decoration and all the rest. So are y'all sleeping in like the same master suite? What's the setup here? Who's staying in the master suite, the fanciest room?
Definitely Zane.
Okay.
How big is the master suite?
Oh, it's enough to accompany, I would say, 3 people very comfortably. It's got the good sized bed. It's got a nice living room kind of area. Yeah.
Aubrey would say to Alyssa, "Would you like to stay in the master suite with Zane? I can stay in there with you as well."
Sure.
Okay.
That works.
Kaiser, we can probably share. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Grab it later.
So you all share the 3 of them are in the master suite, and the Lucius and Kaiser are in the room adjacent, which is only separated by a gentle utility closet. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before they go to bed?
Well, I'll do the performance for him. 'Tis the payment.
Okay, go ahead and roll performance.
Okay.
Just as before.
I guess I have a song I could do. I got a song. I got one.
This is before you, as supper kind of closes and he shuts down the inn. You play him out like Bette Midler did to Johnny Carson.
Ooh, that's not a great roll, but
Is there anyone else at the inn besides
a lot.
us
So
and the
10?
innkeeper?
There's a few people lingering, couple lingering drunks.
it's a 10, and I guess I'll just, go. I see hills of green, gray mountains too. I see them loom over me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful realm.
That's great.
But I rolled a 10, so.
Correct. So you're a little off key, but you just
As
see
I always am.
you and me both, Buckaroo. And you see him kind of give a clap, and since most of the attendees are drunk out of their mind, no one cares, and you're able to secure your free payment. So yeah, and you eventually saunter on up to your room. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before they go to bed? Any scenes anyone wishes to create?
No.
Not yet. We're good. We're good for now.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
For now, we're good.
Okay.
I guess there will be a moment. There'll be a moment where Lucius kind of goes off to. Is there like a bathroom area? Kind of
Yeah.
thing? Okay, so they'll kind of go off, and he pulls out the bag from his bag of holding and pulls out the smaller bag, and he looks into it kind of shakily and just solemnly just closes it, puts it back, heads to the room.
On your way back, go ahead and roll a perception check.
11 plus 2, 13.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
I'm waiting till everyone goes to sleep,
Okay.
and then I am sneaking out of the room to go look for ghosts.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Just sneak out of the room.
Okay.
Aubrey and Zane, what are your passive perceptions?
Oh!
Oh.
Don't even roll. It's not worth it.
Yeah, you can't
Oh.
see
Yeah, no.
because
Not funny.
they're passive -5 because you're asleep. You sneak out.
Okay. Does anyone see me? Like, is the
No, they're dead asleep. You make off like a thief in the fucking
no like the
night.
bartender or anything, or just like empty common room?
He doesn't seem to be around.
Okay. So I go in the direction that they told me the old keep castle-y thing is.
Alrighty. Oh fuck yeah. Okay. Roll perception.
Okay. I cannot type. I'm literally the worst typer in the world. I'm hacking. I'm literally faker.
Oh my god, 2 natural 20s. 2 natural 20s, folks. Literally, I literally DM for 2 fakers. Both of the women in this game are faker. It's insane. Okay, so you are able to journey forth quiet as a mouse, and you journey forth towards this keep. And as you get closer, you do kind of hear some strange noises. You kind of hear like a
Like the house sounds like it's breathing. Can I
Yeah.
tell where is it the house or is it like all around me?
So from this stone keep, which is severely dilapidated, has fallen floors and walls collapsed in it, rubble, several points of entry, you are able to hear from inside the darkness of the keep, which has no lighting, this kind of sucking noise.
I like sneak forward
Okay, I'm letting your natural 20 stand.
to like, but not go in, and I'm gonna like peek in
Okay.
through the door. Hello, is anyone in there?
So are you going to go through one of the many fallen walls, or are you gonna try to use a proper entrance?
I am going to try to use one of the fallen walls.
All right, I'm so glad I had this prepared. I was like, if I describe the keep, one of these assholes is gonna go to it. Because they don't, in the module, they don't give you any info. They're like, yeah, it's a keep. I'm like, I'm gonna make a map and everything, because they're gonna want to go. One of these assholes is gonna want to go.
Aubrey would have gone with you, Alyssa.
So did you say you use a proper entrance? I'm sorry. No, fallen wall. You said fallen
Yeah,
wall?
but yeah, I use a fallen wall.
Alrighty. So as you do, and you enter from a southerly direction, based on, well, you can either enter from the northwesterly or the southerly direction. Which do you want to do? Your approach. Oh, that's a huge spider.
Ah!
Yeah, it's whatever.
My approach is from what direction?
You're approaching from the west, so they're equal to you. Northerly or northwesterly is a bit closer.
Let's go northwesterly then.
All right. So as you approach, you do see that you step over a dead body. A person wearing black leathers and 2 daggers, and a kind of small satchel on their pack is just. It looks to have been clubbed in the head to death. You can't discern any facial features.
How recently?
Roll meta.
I like nudge it with my toe.
Roll meta. Alyssa, or May, I'm so happy you're back. Never leave.
Rail everything?
Yes. Roll medicine. Look at Tom. Oh man, his suffering gives me strength.
Tom, why don't you love me? What did I roll?
Medicine.
5.
Actually proficient. Actually proficient in medicine.
Yeah, actually proficient.
So you discern that this person was killed within the past 2 weeks. That's the best you can do. You are assuming it's more than 24 to 48 hours, but less than 2 weeks. That's your window.
Okay, I check his pockets and little pouch.
I thought you were gonna say it's pulse, so I was like,
Roll
He's already
investigation.
dead, Tom.
I know, that's why I was confused.
Roll investigation.
You better find 1,000,000 gold in that fucking pocket.
Yeah, she
Oh.
finds 20 astral diamonds.
No.
Oh, natural 1.
He wasn't wearing pants that day. Crazy.
That's so sad. You just find a pouch with 10 gold pieces. Because that's in plain sight. But yeah, you don't find anything else.
Alright, well, I take my 10 gold pieces, and then I take the pouch, like the empty pouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I cast light on it.
Okay, there is now a bright light. As it fills this room, you can hear a kind of skittering behind you.
Wait, I'm not in the room yet.
Behind you where the wildlife is, because you're in an open area.
Oh, okay.
Behind
okay,
you,
okay.
there's a skittering, and forward in the room, you see a wall. You see a couple bedrolls and a small rug. You see a barrel of water and a crate and a cooking pot and a door. So this seems to be some kind of exterior sleeping quarters.
Alright, I toss the lit pouch through the opening into the room.
Alrighty. So it lands and illuminates much of what I just told you. There is a small gap between this wall that juts out with the door and the retaining wall, the structural wall, to where you can actually slip through into the next room, but there are barrels blocking it and crates. So your two ways forward are through a door or trying to force your way through some crates and barrels.
I'm gonna walk around and walk to the other entrance.
Okay, the southern collapsed wall?
Yes.
Or the main entrance, okay.
The southern collapsed wall.
So you come around to the southern collapsed wall and you see 3 dead bodies. You see 2 humanoids in dark leathers with swords, scimitars, and daggers, and you see a giant spider that has been killed.
Oh.
And they've all been bludgeoned to death.
Okay, I check those bodies. 9.
Actually 9. You find 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I pick up another rock or pebble and cast light and throw it through the south entrance to see if I can see anything else.
Go ahead and roll a ranged attack roll. Roll 10, add your dexterity modifier. Let's find out.
Roll what?
Roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier. We're gonna find out where this goes.
0. 4.
Okay, the rock goes and you hear it go and you hear it and as it illuminates, you see a kind of large and bulbous form. And then they kind of start to sit up. And they start to look around. Would you like to roll stealth?
Yeah, I'm backing away slowly.
All right, roll stealth.
Oh.
Oh no.
18.
18 total.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 on the die.
Oh no.
But they do get a -2 to their perception checks.
Ooh.
So you see him look around. Scratch his back. You've seen one of these. This is an ogre. Kind of peers into the darkness. Just sits there.
How far is... Oh, fuck. How far away is the keep from, the next, probably occupied building?
The Sleeping Dragon Inn is actually the closest, and it's actually not far. Within 300 feet, maybe a bit more. Definitely within, I would say, I don't know. I'm bad with distances. I would say 500 feet away. There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue slowly walking backwards
Okay.
until I feel like I'm out of sight enough, and then I'm gonna sprint back towards the inn.
Okay. You, as you do, you're kind of, as you get a distance amount of the tree, you see out of the corner of your eyes, you see a couple faces in the tree line that are kind of giggling and they're waving at you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're learning. And they seem to be celebrating.
What the? I freaked out, run back to the inn,
You
run upstairs.
roll stealth to get back into the inn.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm not necessarily being stealthy, to be honest.
Okay. All right then. Okay.
I'm running in,
Yeah.
running upstairs.
So as you kind of
Fucking...
as you enter the inn, shut it behind you. You do see the innkeeper, who seems to be enjoying a very late night pipe smoke. And as you kind of run past him, he's like, "You doing all right there, lass?"
No, there's a giant ghost in the keep.
Oh, how strange. Better stay inside then.
What? I just like keep running, like, and then I go like bust into our room, like, wow.
And Zane and Aubrey, you wake up. You are disturbed.
What is?
What? Alyssa, what's wrong?
Guys.
What are you doing?
There's a giant ghost in the keep, and there's like 12 dead bodies, and we gotta go. It's like an ogre ghost. I don't know. It almost saw me.
What is it? You went to the keep?
Yeah, because I wanted to see if there was a ghost.
Why? Why?
You actually saw a ghost?
I don't know what I saw. It was in the keep, and I thought that's where the ghost was, because everyone said that there was a ghost, and then it was big, and it burped, and it was smelly, and it like grunted, and it kind of looked like an ogre, but they didn't say that Lord and Lady were an ogre, so I don't know how the ghost would be an ogre if they weren't an ogre.
Does
But
it
it was there.
follow you?
You sure it's
I
a
don't think it's
ghost?
I don't think so.
But it's there. What if it attacks us? What if it's wanting to attack us? There was like all these dead bodies around it. How do the people of the town not know? And they had been there for like days. What if these people are feeding people to the ogres, and they're just waiting for us to go to sleep so they can feed us to the ogres too? The ogre ghost.
It does not
Matt, you
sound
said
like
the-
a ghost.
Matt, you said there was just a thin wall separating us from them? How loud are they being? Like, are we waking up to this, or are we still good? We chilling in our...
For now, you're still awake.
Okay.
And no, actually, there's
It's
actually
safe
not a thin wall separating you. You are separated by a wall for the most part, but there's also a utility closet in between you,
Oh, okay. Oh,
your
okay.
two rooms. So there's a bit of a divot.
Alright, good.
Alyssa, are you this does not sound like a ghost. You said it was making noises and it was smelly.
It burped.
As long as it does not follow you, you should not be going out alone by yourself in the middle of the night trying to check these things.
Yes, I'd prefer to go out at night. Just wake me up and I'll go with you, Alyssa.
Okay. Next time I sneak out in the middle of the night, I will tell you or bring you with.
Thank you.
But what about the ogre?
Or we could not go meddling in abandoned keeps where we are not probably welcome.
But I feel like all the best stuff is in abandoned keeps.
Definitely some interesting things as you have discovered, but could easily very much have died. If there is indeed an ogre there, or a ghost of an ogre, something to harm you.
But I'll bring Aubrey next time, and like she can do anything. I'm sure she has like a ghost shooting gun. It's Aubrey, or she could build one.
I don't think I can do that, but I would appreciate it if you at least woke me up next time.
Okay. I will wake up Aubrey next time. But how are we gonna go kill the ogre in the keep now?
You want to go right now? It's the middle of the night, Alyssa.
Did it see you?
I don't know. It woke up. I might have hit it with a rock.
Why did you throw a rock at an ogre?
Because I wanted to see what was inside the keep, but I was like, maybe you shouldn't walk straight into the keep. I lit a stone with like my light spell, because I can just like do that, and then I threw it in, and it was like blink, 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 and then it was like this like lump moved, and then it like sat up, and it looked out, and I was like, and then I very slowly backed away. So I don't really know. What if it did see me, and it's just waiting to attack us because it followed me? We're the closest building. If it was going to attack anyone, it would attack us first.
Alyssa, you are the leading cause of my stress right now.
One moment, Kaiser, and Lucius, you've definitely woken up by now. You've been hearing about half of this.
I'm not dealing with this shit.
Side quests.
Alright, Alyssa.
Why don't we just go look at it, and then
Oh, alright.
we actually need to kill
Why
this
don't you
or
just
not.
take me with you and show me what you're talking about, and then we can decide from there.
Okay. We can decide whether it's just an ogre or a ghost ogre.
Yes.
Okay.
Take a look.
Should we wake up Kaiser and bring him with us?
I mean, we could, but he'd probably just moan and groan and complain. He
Maybe
probably
he
wouldn't even
thinks
come
ogre,
with.
though.
Does he?
He burps a lot.
I can hear you.
You yell that out.
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, it looks like Kaiser's awake already. Let's go get him.
Oh, alright.
Why are you talking like I can't hear you?
Kaiser, meet us outside.
No,
Why?
This is
because it's
ridiculous.
3 a.m.
Yes, if you want to go check for ghosts or ogres in the keep, go for it. I will try to get some rest. We are going to start in the morning, so let us not delay too long on this.
Right. We'll just go take a look at it. It's fine.
Yes, you seem very well. Never mind. You
Oh my god, they're gonna.
go then.
I'll join you. I don't want you guys getting hurt.
I'll fucking go.
I suppose this is the party then. Let us
Because
go.
if they fucking die, then all I'm gonna hear is just bitches. Tom's done with me. I'm gonna fucking lose it, so I'm just gonna go.
Welcome to D&D, folks.
Lucius grabs his things and meanders into the hallway.
Yeah, my eyes are
Still
closed while I'm walking.
beat up from the previous day. Actually, you said we were
No,
2
it's
days
been
travel,
like
so
2
we've had a
days,
long
so-
rest.
Yeah, you've had 2 long rests.
Never mind, he feels great.
That's more long rest than y'all had in the first 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright.
Sure,
guess we're
let's
all
go
going now.
quickly. Okay.
as you all begin to assemble downstairs, you do see in the darkness, with a single little oil lamp, the dwarven innkeeper who seems to be enjoying a late night pipe, and he's just kicked back. You're going on a late night adventure?
Apparently so.
Yes, we're going to go kill the ogre in the keep.
We're going to go check it out. So we'll just potentially be an ogre there. Or an ogre ghost or something, but we're just gonna go check it out. It'll be fine. We're fine.
Be careful. It's dangerous at night.
Why do you say that?
Just is.
Just is, yeah. Why does someone have
Can
to
I-
explain
like,
themselves?
Insight check, like, is he just weird, or does he just, like, does it seem like he really knows something? He's not letting on.
Roll insight.
Okay.
on.
9 plus
My dice have been weird all night.
5, 14. Not great.
14. Defender's advantage. Hard to read. He's just a creepy guy with a pipe, apparently.
Alright.
I mean, guys, it's night. Why shouldn't you be more careful at night? It just makes sense.
How is the night any different than the day? Otherwise, it's other than it's dark.
Because
out?
you can't see.
I can see. Can you not see?
Yes, some of
Kaiser
us
can
are
see.
limited by this.
This is a good opportunity to try out both your armor and your goggles, Kaiser.
No, I can't try out my armor, because how do I get it off when I put it on again?
Well, then you can at least try
Exactly.
goggles.
What did you just say to me?
Goggles?
What about the goddamn goggles?
You can try them.
I've used them before.
You can make sure they work.
What the fuck?
Okay, so if you follow
Oh,
me,
language,
you'll find
Kaiser. She's still
What the
young.
heck?
What does fuck mean?
Well,
at you,
let's
Dad.
just go. Look at this.
There's no
It's getting
meaning.
late.
It's just like when people say heck and stuff. It's just a
Oh,
derogatory term.
let's fucking go.
There you go. Hey! Let's go. Let's get it.
So, Lucius, the drugs are in your bag of holding and on your person?
Yeah,
He's northy all at all times.
yeah.
Just in
Should
case.
be.
Thanks.
Before we leave the inn, she'll turn to the dwarf and, Mr. Horn, is there anything that happens at night around here?
Are you not familiar with the ways of the world? Specters come out at night, ghosts. Demons are made stronger, vampires live in the night.
Okay. Does that happen specifically around here?
Happens everywhere.
Well, here is parts of everywhere, so let's just be careful.
True.
Safe travels.
You hopefully be back soon.
I hope so too. I'll have some coffee waiting for you.
I'm awake.
So do you all set off towards Rassalanter Keep?
I fucking guess so.
Oh,
Oh my god. I'm at work, right, today, and I'm like, you know what? I better make a map and just like a little side quest in case they get curious. I was like, but this is probably a waste of time. But then I was like, no. These assholes are definitely gonna go to this keep. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Roll, assuming you are trying to make a stealthy approach, roll stealth, folks. Group stealth check.
We are? Let's see how that
I'm being
works.
stealthy. I'm scared. Are you not being fucking stealthy?
I'm not stealthy. The fuck?
Alright, well,
shit.
So 1 failure.
14.
I natural 20 mine, so 24.
Alright. What was the stealth again?
Eat.
9.
14.
14, okay. So they are awake. So failure. Okay, thanks. So as you're able to approach the keep, you approach from the westerly direction, and you see, much as I described before, this is a large keep. Looks to be a single floor, probably maybe had a second upper half, but it's been, you know that Rassalanter Keep has been mined for its stone over time. This is just the last hall left of a greater castle. And you see, much as I described in this southerly direction, there's 2 entrances, one that's a rubble, one that's a proper entrance. You see murder holes all throughout, and you approach from the westerly direction where you see an open entrance with 2 broken-in doors that are kind of acting as like a bipod barricade. And from the north, there is the broken-down walls. So you have several points of egress into the keep. How would you like to approach? Excuse me.
Well, Elisa, where is it that you went in?
Okay, so first I went that way, and there's 1 dead body over there. And then I went that way, and there's 3 dead bodies over there. And I was over there when I threw the rock in.
Right. Is there anything you're forgetting or not telling us?
Bodies check. Lady Stones check. Snorty big thing check.
I suppose let us say we trace your steps and
Yeah, you trace your steps for us.
see what it is that you have discovered.
I can't see shit.
I like sneak to the first corner, the northwest corner, and I like pantomime checking the corpse. And
Did you
then I
check the corpse thoroughly?
I only found 10 gold. I don't know. I wasn't really.
If you don't mind,
Just to be sure.
yeah,
Look.
I'll help you out.
Investigation with advantage, folks. Zane, I'm picturing you kind of off in the distance, not giving a flying shit. Not too far, but just kind of in the back, not giving a shit yet.
Not too far off.
Right. just
21.
like 5 or 10 feet. So let me just go over the kind of areas that May knows about. I'm going to switch the view here in a minute, folks. I would say she knows about this, whether or not he's still there. 21. So she did find the gold successfully, but you find a vial that contains some kind of greenish ichor. So just put Rassalanter Keep vial.
Okay. Would I be able to discern what the liquid is there?
Yeah,
Using
go-
some kind of.
Go ahead and roll. Do you have a proficiency in Poisoner's Kit?
No, but I do have alchemist supplies. I don't know if that would help at all. In
Yeah,
this.
you can. You roll intelligence plus proficiency, but the DC is increased because it's not alchemy.
Okay. But this is not with my alchemist supplies, or?
It is. It's intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah.
So it's double proficiency, right?
Yeah. So 3 plus 4, so it's 7. And it's also a tool. Like that D4, so 15 total.
This is a vial of let me double check because I fucked this up last night too. I believe it's spider poison. It is a poison when applied to a weapon will deliver poisonous blows.
Okay. Also, does the dead body look at all similar to what Zentarum wear?
It is in fact a Zentarum agent.
Okay. I thought it was what Aubrey was suspecting because of the whole ruin thing.
Does the person have red hair? Worth a try.
They don't have much of a head left, so.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Been a while, huh?
It's serpent venom is what the poison is called. Upon a strike, you have to apply it as like an object interaction, and upon a strike, the creature has to make. It's in the. I'll just link it in Zoom chat. But it's the serpent one. There we go.
The one that says serpent venom.
Yep, it's those rules. Yep. So yeah, this is a Zentarum agent, and this looks to be formerly Zentarum headquarters of some sort.
Okay. Aubrey will look over the body and take out the vial and take out some alchemist stuff and kind of go through it a little, and then it seems this is some type of vial of venom, perhaps Serpent's venom. Does anybody else recognize the fact that this is similar to Zentarum? I mean, they did. What was his name?
You got
to the
it.
notes.
You got it, he says.
Mr. Brightbane mentioned that they did have headquarters in ruins and such, so this potentially has connections to the Zentarum.
So then do we want to, like, investigate it? Maybe they left the ogre to, like, guard it. Well, no, because then why did he kill all of them? So I think, like, he killed all of them,
Yeah.
and now he's living in it.
The ogre, probably.
You were told that the giant kind were killing Zentarum. They were stumbling into these ruins for searching for something or whatever, reclaiming them, and murdering Zentarum agents along the way. It was incidental.
Oh, yeah. Just a victim of circumstance, most likely.
Well, won't it help us if we... Won't there be, like, documents and stuff in there?
I mean, possibly, but what are we gonna do with it, mostly?
Yeah, we could, if there is indeed documents, could use them to track down the Zentarum, make them weaker, perhaps assist in the process of eliminating them.
Yeah, Kaiser, duh.
I mean, any information
I don't want to
that
be here. I want to go to sleep.
Any
Okay.
information that we gather is useful information, so...
Perhaps if there is interesting information here, perhaps this is not a fruitless journey to here.
I had, like, a feeling. I used to have, like, this feeling that it was
Of
something
course.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, other way. Follow me. I'll show you the other way.
Why?
What do you mean? Because that's where I heard the ogre.
Why would we want to go that way?
Well, what do you mean? I don't understand. You want to go in this way?
When
So you want to avoid the ogre or the wizard?
Yeah, when we want to avoid it, I'm confused.
Okay.
What are everyone's passive perceptions?
12.
12, but it's
10.
dark.
Why is my lights-
12.
It's mine.
Also, I'm pretty sure Aubrey would have cast a light on her glasses when she was looking at the corpse, so there is a light spell going on.
As you are all discussing and begin to start to move around the keep, you look to your east and you see an ogre standing there with a great club. You look to your south and you see an ogre standing with a great club, and they're just looking at you.
All right, everyone get in the keep. It seems to be defendable from the inside.
What? We're just gonna walk in?
Try telling them that.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Point at the corpse.
What was that, Tom?
I hate it. Which one go sleep?
I accidentally did
15.
4, so that is a 22.
Oh,
Oh.
1 second, I'll.
Oh, shit.
fucking Casa doing a fucking Scooby Doo fucking comedic slip at the end of before the fight. Zoinks, man!
Sorry, I got dragon.
Try telling them that.
Fucking
Try to remember that.
oh,
cheeky Scoob.
Fucking, get me out.
Zane,
Yeah.
what's your total?
8.
Thanks, buddy. I'll just rename this guy real quick. 8. Doing great, Lucius.
17.
Zoinks.
Zoinks.
Oh no, Scoob. Aubrey,
22.
Alyssa,
15.
Kaiser. Did you roll yours yourself?
Yeah, I was able to put it in.
My God, what a genius! Literally galaxy braining. Kaiser, it is your turn.
Yeah, I tell everyone just to get in the keep. It seems to be easily defendable instead of being out in the open, which caused this problem initially. I will. To start this off, what do I want to do? Okay. I will. Yeah, I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I will roll to attack.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, I guess we're not getting into the keep.
Yep, get in the keep. I want you to get in the keep.
Get
Okay,
into the keep.
that-
Doesn't get into the keep.
I'm stalling them so you can get in the keep. I'm gonna lose it. I rolled, what was that, 17 plus million.
Hits.
million.
17 plus 6. 23.
Hits.
Okay, and with that, I want to use my maneuvering action for Zane. So Zane, you can move half your speed without provoking attacks opportunity.
How much damage?
Sorry, I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh, he protects Zane the most.
That's what is what? So it's 15 damage.
Woo, doggy. Slice up in an upward cut along this rotund but solid stomach that this ogre has. You kind of cut through the muscular sinew of this large creature.
Yeah.
Hey, your
And
turn.
then, yes.
Aubrey.
Aubrey will move here, and she's going to put down her turret from her bag right to the left of her.
Alright, I really should make this a permanent thing. I don't know why I haven't yet. Crushed by the weight of my own failures. Right there. Is that correct? Okay.
Yep. And then she will move here and cast Arcane Weapon on her crossbow.
Alrighty.
Which, by now, I forgot to mention, would have the enchantment on it for the infusion spell thing.
Absolutely. Does your turret get to attack when summoned or just on subsequent?
I have to use my bonus action to do it, and I just use my bonus action to cast Arcane Weapon.
Thank you, little lady. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. You guys hear a rumbling from within the keep. 5, 10, 20, 25. You guys can't quite see this, but you hear a from the other side of that wall where you have pushed Zane into. And then it's this ogre's turn. Which ogre is this? The ogre fighting you, Zane, is going to go ahead and go. Excuse me, Kaiser, not Zane.
Oh, is that me? All right.
I always do that. 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
This dice is kind of hot tonight.
Talking.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, go shake.
Oh, well, I hope you all have backup characters.
Oh no.
Lucius, it's your turn.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm Lucius.
Mm-hmm.
Change
It
of
is
plan.
me, Lucius.
We need to.
All right. All right. Okay. So, hearing noises coming from inside. I know we probably don't want to be near there. Seeing ogres all around. No, we probably don't want to be near those. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action for Mantle of Inspiration,
Okay.
and I will try and move Zane, Kaiser, Alyssa, and Aubrey will get it, and they have the option to move if they want. Let me just. I've got one here. Okay. So Lucius will take out his loot, and the form, that devilish form, comes out, and he start his song. It's been having dreams, sailing through the ocean breeze, salt all in the air. No sign of land, we float there. As I'm looking up, suddenly a world erupts. Sight of dragon wings, mountains shattering. There's tentacles upon me. He's done.
Beautiful. So that's your bonus action. You.
Yep. So everyone can move their full speed without provoking attacks of opportunity, except me, but I still have movement. So I will
How many temp hit points do we get again?
5.
5. Okay.
Can I move again, even though I've already been moved by...
Did I technically? I don't
Isur's
think I
thing?
technically did your reaction. Oh, can use its reaction. Yeah, technically. You wouldn't be able to.
Technically.
Oh, so I guess Zane cannot, because you have to use your action to
Yep.
take my move.
Yep.
So
Then I've
But
already
you still
done
get your
that.
5 temp.
Yep.
20. So I'm gonna move over
Baited.
here, and I'll use my action to cast Hold Person on this ogre.
Okay. It fails. Ogre's not a person. It's a giant.
Oh, I thought.
Would you like to change your spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hold
thought
person.
that worked on giants too, but I
don't
guess
think-
I'm mistaken.
I think they're
believe
technically
so.
creatures. It could be wrong.
No, hold person is against humanoids, I do believe. I don't think it says humanoids and giants.
Yeah, it may just be humanoids.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's humanoids. Okay, let me cast.
Oh.
Let me just check one other spell then, because I want to make sure that that one's not also just humanoids.
Hmm.
That is humanoids. Okay.
The,
Oh, no.
The theme of this campaign is giants, just so everyone knows.
You've been countered.
I've been countered by these giants. It's okay. I will go ahead and just cast a Vicious Mockery on the giant in front of us.
Alrighty. Fails. 0.
Okay, so
D1, D4, pog.
I know 2.
4.
Oh, no, wait.
Bah! 1 damage! But he has disadvantage on his next attack.
The disadvantage is gonna be huge. Oh, okay, that's the wrong command. Hello. Kaiser, you did 15 before? Yeah.
Yeet.
Okay. Alright. It's gonna have disadvantage on its next attack. Ogre 1, so to speak. That's your turn, boss.
That is my turn.
Alyssa, you see 2 giants and you hear a thump, thump, thump from inside the keep.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I yell
Yeah.
as I move this way.
There's no more map there, but I can push you off the map if you want to.
No, I'm okay. I don't need to be off the map. Just
can read
that
this.
way. Like away from the thing. And then I'm going to... I guess I'm going to moonbeam.
Okay. Which ogre? Ogre 1 or ogre 2?
Oh, sorry. Ogre...
Again, I don't know why I don't have my...
That ogre. Ogre
Alright.
rate.
Okay. Beginning of his turn, he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
With 13.
Do you want it, like, right there?
Yes.
Moonbeam! That's your action. Is there anything else you want to do? Christ.
Nope, I'm okay.
Okay. Ogre 2 starts his turn and has to make a Constitution saving throw. They're big guys, but hey, you might get lucky. Yeah, 5 plus 3 is 8. Fails. Go ahead and roll 2d10.
Ooh, nice.
Damn.
7.
7 points of radiant damage as it sears into this ogre. They're gonna lumber forward. Oh, that's the moonbeam. 20. They step up to you, Alyssa. 15 to hit.
Hit.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Great Club comes down with a pretty good boom of speed. Lands next to you and kind of catches your leg a little bit as you try to dodge it. Excuse me, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah. Alright. That is the ogre's turn. Zane.
All right. So Zane, I assume, also hears something coming from inside
Absolutely.
and sees that the only door is like here.
Yeah, the only door is there.
All right. Zane wants to Oh wait, do I need to?
Do you have a
Never
rules
mind.
question?
Can't do that.
Okay.
No. Just actually can't do that. Zane will move 5, 10, 15, kind of like under the leaves of that tree. Is that okay? Or
Absolutely.
all right, to the other side of the turret, and Zane will conjure a bolt of chaos and shoot it to the ogre that Kaiser is fighting.
Okay, understood.
At second level. 11 to hit.
11 to hit. 11 actually just hits.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pog.
Nice.
Alright. 14 points of... I gotta look at the spell again, because I forgot.
That's
Of
okay.
psychic damage.
Oh boy, 14 points of psychic. Okay. 14 points of psychic. Let me find my Firefox. That's what the Kaiser is fighting. So the Chaos Bolt kind of swivels around, approaches the ogre with a kind of purplish energy, and when it hits it, kind of cries out, "Oh, God!" That's your action.
Yep. Think. Sure. He'll use 2 sorcery points for quickened
Okay. Cantrip.
and yes, and we'll firebolt.
Same ogre. Go ahead and roll to attack.
$21
Hit. Of course.
or 8 points of fire damage.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So as you whip around that chaos bolt, you very quickly follow it up with the other hand as it licks with fiery energy. You grow golden scales across your chest. It burns the ogre. That your turn?
Yes.
Kaiser.
Ooh. Okay. I will just attempt to attack Mr. Ogre in front of me. Okay. I have missed. I've rolled a 1.
Okay. Would you like to use your action surge or anything?
I will use my bonus action second wind, but other than that, no.
Okay. 1d10 plus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey.
Alright. Aubrey is going to attack the ogre who just smacked Alyssa.
Understood.
'cause She ain't having none of that. Okay, so this is a +7 for the crossbow. The 13.
13 hits.
Okay, so that is a 1d10 +5. Ooh, it's a low roll. And then 1d6 for action weapon. So 6 piercing and 3 acid damage.
Bolt strikes into the fattiness of the ogre. Singes its skin.
The thing about her crossbow now is that it has a little contraption on it where there are no ammo on it, but it still fires like magical bolt, basically.
Nice.
And then her turret, she'll have her turret attack Mr. Big Boy as well. That's a 20,
That'll hit.
doing 2d8. Oh, 15 force damage.
Oh my god.
And let me double check. I'm pretty sure on a hit, takes 2d8 force damage. If the target is a creature, it is pushed up to 5 feet away from the turret. I don't know if that would
Oh yeah,
means
away from the turret. That's just a
that means that
directional.
to be
No, it's a directional guidance. If it wanted it, if it required it to be adjacent to the turret, it would explicitly say so.
okay.
So yeah, it pushes it away. So as your turret you very quickly turn your focus from the thing that was perhaps attacking Kaiser, as you see Alyssa narrowly dodge this thing but still take some damage. You flip around with your crossbow and follow it up, and your turret quickly swivels around and lets out a massive blast of force that kind of skitters across the ground and rocks up into the ogre, and they are staggered backwards. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. So there is like a and then a and a massive two-headed giant breaks through this stone wall and the door structure and shatters it, and pieces go flying everywhere. No one was adjacent to it, so no one has to roll for anything. But he just kind of steps forward. He is two-headed, and his voices one has kind of a bluish face paint, the other red. He wields a massive morning star in one hand and an axe in the other. Kind of steps forward, speaking in two voices, almost in turn. Who dare disturbs my castle? Yeah, who's gonna mess with us? And he just steps forward. But that is his turn. Their turn, really. Ogre 1's turn. Ogre is going to attack you, Kaiser.
Yeah.
21.
Disadvantage.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Vicious Mockery.
18 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
It was going to hit again. Thank you for the reminder there, Lucius. Thank you.
I'll use my repose so I can try to hit him here.
Damn, that saved the day. That's good.
That's 12 total.
Hit.
All right. So, yeah.
Repose is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
So it does 11 damage.
Already with the repulse, you kind of strike into his belly, and he is looking very hurt. That is that ogre's turn. Actually, what a terrible turn for them. Lucius.
Okay, so my loot out first. I'll strum a few chords and cast out a fairy fire onto the two giants, the bigger two-headed giant and the other ogre off to the right side.
20-foot cube, is it?
Yeah, I think I can get both of them in a 20.
Oh, you sure can with the 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Just a matter. Lucius.
Dexterity saving throws.
Okay. 1 second. I'm being selective here. So if it's a 20-foot cube, it's 10 foot. So you can do it just like that. Perfect. Change the color a little bit. Colorblind, hello. Dexterity saving throws. Etten goes first. 15.
Ooh, he just makes it.
Yeah, 16 minus 1. The ogre.
I think so. Yeah.
The ogre gets a 19 minus 2, 17.
Shoot. Okay, they both make it.
That's insane.
I guess as bonus action, I will just inspire With these creatures, I'm at a loss, but maybe you can hit them with bolts of chaos. Give them a bardic inspiration.
Cute.
Of course, you give that to Zane. A winky face.
Winky face. Is it 1d6?
It is 1d6, yeah.
Okay.
And I will step up towards Kaiser. And yeah, end my turn there.
Okay, so there's no continued save on Fairy Fire. It's just when it's first cast.
Once. It's just one cast, yeah.
Just double checking for you. Damn, sorry about them rolls.
No, it's okay.
That's your turn.
Happens.
Alyssa.
Okay. I'm going to over here,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna move the moonbeam to right here.
1 second. You can control it now.
Oh, can I?
You
Oh,
can
nice.
now, yeah. One down? Or... Oh, I see what you're doing.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Big pog. That will affect both of them. Is
And
that your
I-
action to move it?
That's my action,
Okay.
yeah. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna do 2 Balm of the Summer Quartz on myself. So 2d6.
2d6, and then you'll heal that amount, and then gain 2 temporary hit points.
Nice. A big 3.
But then you also get 2 temporary hit points.
And then 2 of those. Okay.
Yep.
But that's it, I think.
Alrighty, so you very quickly kind of steal, and you hear kind of a chippering voice from the trees behind you. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing great.
What do you mean I'm doing great?
You're doing what you're supposed to do.
What am I supposed to be doing? Who are you? Where?
They say mischief. Ogre 2's turn. Constitution saving throw is going to take half damage with a 21 total, 18 plus 3. Okay.
Okay. 2d10.
Yep.
3.
3
Or
points
6,
of
so
radiant.
3. Yeah.
Kind of burns the ogre as they step forward. They take a big swing at Aubrey. 9 to hit.
9? Does
Yeah.
not hit, no.
9! So yeah, the massive club lands next to you.
Yikes.
Ah,
Zane.
Okay. Zane will. Let's see here. Zane will cast Twin Spell Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And so out of the ground, next to the two-headed gianty ogre thing. Well, I guess I should see if they save first.
Yeah, intelligence saving throw?
In saving throw.
Yeah, I don't want to describe this cool ass shit that you saves, right?
No, that's a 1 for the Etten.
Okay.
And that's like a nothing for the ogre.
Okay, so they both fail. All right. So in a 10-foot cube right next to this ogre 2 and the two-headed giant, the ground will start like bubbling with like goldish reddish fire, and out of that fire will arise pure golden scaled dragons that are like 10 foot by 10 foot, however they can fit into that cube. And they both they can Phantasm can include sound, temperature, and other stimuli. So it's like radiating heat, and they just both roar at these ogres and giants.
Alrighty. So they are going to take a D6 psychic damage, I think it is, from the effect, if the effect is capable of inflicting harm.
Yes, each round of your turn, the Phantasm can deal 1d6 damage to the target if it's within 5 feet.
Go ahead and roll it.
Roll. That's for the first one, I guess. So that's for the ogre. And then 1 point for the giant thingy.
So, okay. Yeah, okay. 5 and 1. Got it. Okay.
Yep, so I think only they see it. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. Physical interactions don't dispel the effect; they just rationalize whatever it is.
No.
Interesting. Okay, so they kind of see these kind of moltenous kind of dragons next to them, wormling size. A little larger, actually, quite a bit larger. That's your action. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Zane will take a few steps back, and that will be it.
Okay. Kaiser, it's your turn.
Okay. El Clasico going to strike at the boy here. Okay, 16, so that hits. Just do a normal attack this time, so. Oh, so 12 damage.
So with that strike, you're able. Do you wish to kill him?
Yeah, I would have killed him.
All right.
The question threw me off, but yeah.
So they go to swing their great club, and you just kind of, with all your might, kind of swing with your longsword and shield all at once, and with this one big blow, strike at their throat, and it nicks an artery, and they just fall down and die.
All right, and then I'll 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll move right here, and then I will end my turn.
Alrighty, Aubrey, it's your turn.
Alright, so there's a very big boy in front of her. She's going to have her turret attack it first.
Okay. That's not disadvantaged. Is that disadvantage technically? I don't think it is.
I'm not
The
sure.
turret making the attack, and I don't think interference matters, so I'll say no for now, and I'll look it up later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 22. So
Hit!
doing 8 force damage and knocking it away by 5 feet.
Oh, that's so OP! So now you can make your ranged attack unfettered. Damn it!
And then now she will shoot at it
Jesus.
with +7.
Actually broken.
Oh, 26. So that definitely hits. I need 10 plus 5, so 10 piercing and 3 acid damage.
Artificer, by the way.
Dead. Dead. So with that, the simultaneous strikes, the ogre gets kind of pelted upwards and begins to land. And as it does, your arrow just goes straight into one of its eyeballs, and it just falls the other direction. Dead. You see the Etten kind of step forward. Is that your turn? Or do you wanna move?
Going to move to the left a few bits.
Okay.
Not just me turn.
The Etten starts its turn, has to make a Constitution saving throw. Does make it with a 15 on the die. Go ahead and roll 2d10, and we'll take half.
12.
Oh my god! 6 points of radiant, that's hot. Okay. So it burns them, and they are gonna just step up. Yeah. We're gonna take one strike at Kaiser, and they're gonna take one strike at the turret.
Ooh.
Do they walk past my dragon illusion-y?
Oh, that's a good point. So they... So physical interactions won't... And then...
So it treats it as if it were real, and it can use an action to examine it.
Right.
See if it's an illusion.
Right. It has this other thing. Okay, so what I will say... I'm going to roll it to dice.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the first attack, it's going to attack Kaiser. And then on the second... the second attack, it's going to attack Kaiser. 13 to hit. That misses. And then 20 to hit.
Ooh, that hits. Fuck.
You are going to take 14 points of piercing damage from the Morning Star. So it looks all around. It looks around and sees three powerful enemies, and then its heads in its indecision begin to bicker. That one. Don't tell me what to do. I'm older than you. No, attack that one. Attack the dragon. No! And then both strikes just go careening down on Kaiser, and one crashes through his shield.
I'll use my repose to attack.
Yeah, you will.
Alright.
You dirty little tramp.
It's only +4. So there's 10 damage to him.
10. Do you not have to roll to attack?
I did. It's 1d20
Oh, you sure
plus
did.
4.
Hello.
16.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, so yeah, you come back from that crash into your shield and stick him a little bit in the stomach. That is the Ettin's turn. Lucius.
Okay. I guess I will use one bardic inspiration on Aubrey, and I'll just go hit him with your best shot. And then I will cast. Actually, I will also just fire a short bow shot at this
Pog.
Taking your goddamn pot shots.
that fell on the floor.
Pew pew pew.
That is only an 11, so I don't think that he's a pretty big dude.
That just misses.
Just misses.
Just
Figured.
misses.
Okay.
So close. It's
All right.
so far
So
away.
I miss, but I inspire. You have a D6 to use.
D6 as a boneless action.
Boneless.
Boneless action.
Is that your turn, buddy?
That is my turn.
Alyssa.
I am going to move this. Actually, nah, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to ice knife.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, cool, 10. So 15.
Hit.
And then 1d10 piercing damage.
Yep, and then they're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Question about Ice Knife, because it explodes and it says creatures within 5 feet. Is that also allies?
It would normally, however, as a large creature, it has 4 areas to attack. So I
Okay.
usually assume that people backshot it whenever necessary. So
Okay.
that's the disadvantage to being a large creature. Lots of you to attack.
4.
4, and now it has to make a dexterity saving throw. I have to check because I don't know. 13.
Oh, that is this equal.
Okay, I think
That's
the 2d6 is all or nothing, right?
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
So you conjure the little bit of midnight twilight dew that is around you from the trees kind of coalesces your hand. You flick it out, and the Ant kind of begins to try to dodge it. It just kind of strikes over his shoulder and flies into the keep and shatters in a back wall. But he takes 4 damage. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zane?
Alright, Zane will with his last second level slot cast Magic Missile.
Oh
At the
boy.
end.
4d4 plus 4, buddy.
Yep. For
Yeah.
13 points.
The Ant cast shield.
What happens with the Phantasmal
That's
Force on this turn?
It's still gonna keep
Yeah, it
damaging him.
also does it.
Yeah, just making sure.
Yep. I got you. So go ahead and roll a d6, buddy.
Yeah, for 4 points of damage from
Oh.
Z.
Y'all know I don't read Roll20.
So,
No, you're fine. So yeah, the Golden Dragon continues to menace him in his mind, he's being attacked from all sides. Bit off a bit more than they could chew. Is that your turn?
yeah, Zane will move down a bit.
Okay.
And that will be that.
Kaiser.
Yes, okay. I will strike at said Etten.
Okay.
Plus 6. So that's a 12.
Okay.
Is it, yeah.
12
So
hits,
does
I'm
it-
sorry.
Oh, okay. So.
It was about there, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
monk
yeah.
ass. So my strike does 9 slashing.
9 slashing! Whoa! Cut into this creature. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Aubrey.
Alright, Aubrey will pew pew shoot at it with her crossbow. 15, which I think hits.
Def hits. The AC's 12, folks.
That's 8 piercing and 1 acid damage. Then she will have her turret attack.
The god turret.
10 misses, so.
You have
Oh,
inspiration?
10.
Oh, does
Does
inspiration...
the turret technically?
Technically, yes.
Technically,
yes.
As long as you don't roll the 1, you're good. Right?
I
There you
rolled
go.
a 3, so 13, so that hits.
Hit. Go and roll your 50d8.
2d8, actually. Oh, double ones, 2 damage.
Hug!
The turret isn't a god.
Hug!
Is that your turn, or do you want to move? Down here?
No, she'll stay there. I wasn't thinking it wanted to push it, but it wouldn't really do anything because there's like a wall there anyway, so.
If you push it, it'll do damage to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Roll a
Would
d6. Yeah, slapping into hard objects hurts. You do 2 extra damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
job,
Minimum
turret.
of 1d6. So yeah, just throws it up against the wall. And now it sees that it is surrounded on 3 sides. It's going to see what the hell. They are bickering amongst themselves, unfortunately, as Ettins are wont to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Kaiser on the first attack. And then 1, 2, Kaiser on the second attack. Okay, great. These Ettins
Why
are
even
dumb.
have it there? Put those for me.
The thing about it.
It's me. Doesn't like me. Goddamn end.
So yeah, you can just hear them continuing to bicker. I don't want to do this. Well, we have to now. All of our friends are dead. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely fucking is. That's a thick ass attack.
May, why are you typing into Roll20 chat? What is happening? 14 points of slashing damage with the battle axe,
14? Okay.
and then second attack with the Morning Star, 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another 14?
14. Yep.
Okay.
You unconscious?
Nope, I'm still up.
God damn. Weird. Okay. Lucius, it's your turn.
Alright, seeing my poor boy get his ass
Look
beat
what
a little
they've done
bit
to
right
my
there.
poor boy.
Look what they've done to my boy! I shout as I cast healing words at second level on him.
Oh god.
My boy! And so that's 2d4 plus 4.
You have actually 40 hit points. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Christ.
Yeah.
I need to.
He a thick boy.
Oh, he
Taking
did.
all the hits.
Oh, he had dick.
Okay, that's a 1. And that's a 1. So 6 HP.
Don't say bot bot. That's it. Save that for when it's, thick as fuck.
Thick as fuck.
No, yeah, and then I'll just use my action to vicious mockery this guy for harassing my boy. You never talk to me or my son ever again.
Oh,
My
God.
large son. Don't ever talk to me or my large son ever again. This is 0.
Alright, so he takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, max roll.
Max
And
damage.
he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay, so yeah, you rack their mind. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Alyssa.
Okay. I am moving my moonbeam.
Oh, weird. Okay.
He was waiting for that.
And then that's it. Oh wait, maybe I'll do a bonus action. Nah, I could heal someone.
Yeah, I have huge hit points right now, man. Don't even worry about it.
He could die, folks.
hit points right now.
Could definitely die
This
here.
is a deadly encounter.
Do I want to do the big heals or do I
You
want
got
to do
big
the
heal?
small
Got that big heal?
heals?
Up to you.
The big heal? Okay, fine. We'll give you.
Uh,
Okay.
You good?
No, I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I'll
Alright.
level 2 healing word.
God.
Ooh.
The quivering massive indecision.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What do I do? What do I do?
You know,
I
Weird,
guess I'll
okay.
just heal
Weird, okay.
Kaiser.
Oh my.
For 6.
Huge
You're
heals.
faker.
wow, we have some consistent heals at least.
Yeah. Really bad.
Is that your turn, Alyssa?
Yeah.
Zane, the hostess with the mostest.
Oh, Zane will first level Chaos Bolt at the Etten.
Champion.
D20 plus 6, 12.
Ooh, you're faker. That
Nice.
hits.
That's my job, but yes, that hits.
My bad,
Excuse
my
me,
bad.
Thomas.
Or 13 points of fire damage.
Oh, pause.
Poke.
It singes the Etten, and they're crying out in pain as they their life is beginning to start to leave their eyes as they are severely wounded.
And Phantasmal Force damage.
26.
Oh,
Still there for 6.
He's bogging.
I'm losing it.
max damage.
Oh my god.
You hear them kind of speak out. They're like, "We should have never left the hills." Shut up! It was your idea. It was your idea. Kaiser, it's your turn.
All right. I got a spicy one here. Roll 1d20 plus 6 to hit. That's an 8, so I miss. Good start. And then
Nice.
I'll use my action surge to action dodge.
Oh.
What? Oh, bonus. Oh, action surge, action dodge. Holy!
Mhm.
These are next level plays, folks.
Professional player, by the way.
I'm gonna lose it.
Oh my god, you got
What?
Tom steer from you.
Aubrey, take your goddamn turn.
Whoa.
Just go.
Next level strategy
It
coming
was-
out of Tomster there.
It's a good play.
Yeah, we need a commentator. Aubrey.
Alright, Aubrey will pew pew at Mr. Big Guy.
Yep.
Which that hits. Plus 5. So let's see. 9 piercing and 5 acid damage.
How do you want to do this?
Seeing Kaiser getting beat upon by this big boy, and as they're arguing, she'll take the time in their distracted state to shoot one of them in the head.
As they're bickering and arguing amongst themselves, they're kind of looking around, throwing their. They're actually just continuously beating down as Kaiser, who is not looking too hot. They say, "Hey, wait! Look out for that!" And they just fall and die.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to that argument anymore.
You're annoying.
I just want to go back to sleep.
Wait, we have to search the key.
I know. Hurry up.
Okay, fine.
We should be cautious if there are any more of these creatures in there.
Well, I should have remembered to tell you guys this before.
Yeah. Uh
But
huh.
on the other side, where there was like the 3 dead people, there was also a giant spider.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's would have been nice to know, but
Mhm.
we know now, so it's okay.
I mean, we
Is the
haven't even
spider
gotten it
alive
yet.
or dead?
It was dead.
Ah,
Oh,
that
okay,
is
well,
an
that's
important
Oh, okay.
detail.
But like, what if there were 2 spiders?
Okay,
Well,
fair
yes,
point.
there could be.
So
Be
it's
more
like,
than 2.
Could be anything.
I'm
in
sure
there.
the Etten killed the spiders. Why spider dead? Why would there be another spider if Etten was still here?
I mean, do you know where all the spiders in your house are?
I'm gonna lose it.
It
I
seems
start
like all
moving.
those people
I hope I
there,
die.
It would be really hard to know if there were spiders there.
So just comes out and kills me. Let's go.
I mean, I think Elisa raises a point of there could be things that have hidden from the giants, the ogres.
Yeah. Kaiser, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Cause
Yeah.
you just walk through the moonbeam.
I can't wait. Give me death. Con save. Okay. All right.
Alyssa, go ahead and roll 2d10.
Okay.
Look, she's gonna cancel it before Aubrey goes through. You ready? She's like, oh shit, and then cancels it after I take the damage. Yeah.
Wait, Kaiser, watch out!
Oh my god, oh no!
Why do you
Cancel.
still have to be?
Cancel.
Yep, there it is.
I forgot. It just was pretty, and I like looking at
Who
it.
taught you spells?
A fawn?
Yeah, get the chose. I was like, just continue in.
I mean, I go over to listen. I mean, to be fair, he did just kind of walk directly through it. I didn't, you know.
I'm gonna act like my character didn't hear that. Let's go.
Okay.
All he had
There's
to
just
do
an
was
opening in
ow.
this wall, right? Because the Etten just blasts through.
Correct. It's all blasted. Okay, folks. So as you venture forth into the keep, we are going to just take a 5-minute break. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone who is showing up. Thank you, Miwa, again, for subscribing, and all the lovely people in chat. Y'all keeping it real, as they say. No one says that anymore. We will be back in 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. We are back. The party has just defeated a couple of giant kin, 2 ogres and an Etten, and are investigating the remnants of Rassalanter Keep. So here's how we're gonna do this. I want someone to. We're gonna make this a skill challenge. I need someone to make me a perception check. We're gonna do it kind of a guided skill challenge. I'll call it.
Okay.
Alright, who's doing perception? I'll do perception.
Yeah, you do perception.
Yeah.
So before going into the ruins, Aubrey would search over the Etten and the ogre corpses.
Yep, that'll be part of the skill challenge if that's okay.
Because
Okay.
Lucius can't see shit, he's gonna dancing lights, a bunch of like ring of just dull yellow lights come out around him, and he just kind of fans them out into the room as he walks in.
Perfect.
Kaiser uses a healing potion.
Okay. So you're able to look around the keep, and you see much of what you can see on the map. Different bear rugs, small little pieces of furniture, crates, crates and barrels, and all the like. A dining room of some sort. What used to be a substantial base of operations for what appears to be a Zentarum hold. Aubrey, go ahead and helm the investigation check. You may do so with advantage based on Kaiser's assistance and Lucius's lights.
Cool. So that is +5. 21.
Okay, 21. So on the Etten, you do find a bag which has 110 gold pieces inside of it. One second. Oops. You also find, just double checking. Yeah, you also find a potion inside of the bag. And then you find a lot of odd little trinkets, odds and ends that probably aren't worth much. Basically a bag of trash. But it was precious to him.
Anything
Right.
that has like metals in it that could maybe be like smelted down.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could pick up his weapons, whatever he used.
You can. A battle axe and a morning star.
Okay.
I need someone, excuse me, sorry, to roll me an Arcana check.
Zane would volunteer to roll an Arcana check.
Sounds good.
Good. Pog.
12.
Alrighty. So with your investigation and with everything, scanning this keep, looking over thoroughly, there are no other signs of life. There is only the hoot and howl, crickets, and the chirps of the wildlife in this countryside night setting. But you do find this kind of weird trace of white powder kind of in a couple of the rooms all throughout. Upon inspection, Aubrey, you do identify this to be trace amounts of razor dust. It appears that there's a large amount of razor dust once stored in this keep and has since been moved.
Okay.
But trace amounts still remain.
Seems that this was one of the holdouts. Trace amounts of razor dust. Obviously not here anymore, but, a little bit left behind.
That is concerning.
No, just backs what information we've been given so far, that the Zentarum were using ruins and such for their holdouts.
Yes, indeed. I suppose it's good that it is not here anymore.
Are we gonna check the rest of the keep?
I think we should, yes.
All right, lead us through.
Let's go.
So that actually concludes the search of the keep. This looks to be largely abandoned, and that is what you find.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Makes sense?
All right.
How many Zentarum bodies are found in this keep?
So you do see... Oh, great question. So what I would say is what you see is there are I would say about 6 bodies, and then there are a number of bodies and bones, and over the large fire pit in the master bedroom, I guess you could call it. There is a couple of bodies that were skinned and cooked. So probably a dozen bodies after it's all said and done.
Okay.
Looks like.
And they all look like the ones that still have like clothing on them all look like Zentarum.
Yep, this was definitely a Zentarum holdout that got abandoned and ransacked and attacked.
Also, in this keep, are there any remnants of the Lord and Lady Rassalantar that once ruled?
No, in fact, the Keep Rassalantar has been picked clean for many, many years, and everything here is actually pretty new. It was only put up here by the Zentarum.
Okay.
I think he means like a ghost. Like, as we're moving through the keep, do we feel the mysterious eyes that we don't know where they're coming from?
Nope.
Okay.
You do hear
No one's spidey senses are tingling.
There are no ghosts in this keep.
Disappointing.
Life's full.
Alyssa gets visibly upset as she realizes there are no ghosts in this keep.
I don't know if this is already incorporated, but I guess Zane would have knowledge that sometimes in keeps there's like secret passageways or something, so Zane would attempt to like look for something like that as well. If anything was hidden in one of those.
Nope. That's the whole kit and caboodle, kitten.
Alright.
And a ghost in it.
Oh, there's no ghosts here.
Yeah, of course there's no ghost.
What? Oh, did you think there was going to be an ogre here?
I mean, you said that there was a large thing in here. That sounded about more reasonable than a ghost. So these Zentarum bodies, how can I identify that they're Zentarum? Do they have like insignias or anything like that?
Zentarums have skull and snake tattoos. That is how they are able to be identified as Zentarum agents.
All right, never mind then.
Should we send word back to Mr. Bradmain about what we found here? I'm sure he would be most interested in this.
I think he knows.
They know that they used ruins and such for hideouts. I don't know. Maybe he did not know specifically this one was where it was. He'd also probably want to know that it was taken out.
Maybe. Yeah, we could do that. Why not?
Sorry, who did you say to give word to?
Mr. Brightman?
Narfugel Brightmane.
Alright. Yes, we can do that.
How will we relay this to him? Do we have a ability? Like a letter, I guess we could just use?
Sure, there's somebody in town who can send a letter, or we can hire someone to go take it to him.
Yes.
Okay, well, can we go to sleep?
That would be good. I think that is everything in the keep. So let's just go back.
Delissa, that is everything here? All of it? Nothing else that you haven't talked to us about or are forgetting?
Dead bodies, check. Ogres, check. Ghosts, check. Spider, check. Check, 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 check.
Okay.
You never know, Kaiser. On the other side of town, there could be another ruin.
I've already
That's where the
started
ghost-
walking away.
Kaiser, do you think there's another ruin in the town?
I don't respond.
Don't you like ghosts, Kaiser?
I don't respond. Walking.
He's just cranky, darling.
Kaiser.
Don't worry about him.
Why is he so cranky?
Hmm.
Have a fun
Tired.
adventure.
He just needs his beauty sleep.
He's gonna need a lot of sleep.
Toxic.
Indeed he will, little one. Indeed he will.
On the way back, Zane will pull aside Aubrey for a second and say, I trust your judgment, but if Elisa wants to go out in the middle of night cutting something and she informs you, if you could either have her or you yourself inform the rest of us, so that we at least know where you are. It is safe.
Well, of
Safer that
course.
way. Yes, I just didn't know if I was making sure.
Yes, I will most certainly inform you all. But I think it's safer if at least somebody goes with Alyssa. You can't really quell her adventurous desire, so
Yes, of
let's at
course.
least have a chaperone with her.
Yes, that is well, not only that. I think so. The point I'm trying to stress is the fact that the rest of us will know as well. Even if you and her go scout something alone, there's still some things that are quite dangerous for two people.
Of course.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure. Yes. Bid you adieu, Aubrey.
Good night, although we are going back to the same room, so.
You say bye, but walk the same way to your car.
Awkward. Hella awkward. Just look down on the ground. As you enter into the sleeping dragon and the dwarven man is in his dark leathers, he seems to have finished his pipe and he is just having a cup of coffee. Did you find he's got it. Oh, did you enjoy your time out at night?
No, it was terrible. There were 3 ogres. We killed them all, so you're welcome. But there was like nothing. There were no ghosts, so I feel gypped by this entire experience. When I walk upstairs.
Disappointing.
Nat,
Yes.
what color is the snake on this guy's neck tattoo?
I didn't say he has a snake neck tattoo.
Does he have one? Can I?
Roll perception.
He's gonna ask the same thing, like,
Yeah,
is there
go
like a
and roll
general area where
perception.
they have
18 plus 2, 20.
No, in fact, they are often hidden, especially top operatives.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead
Alright.
and roll perception, Aubrey. Well,
I know you didn't say anything. He's just giving me the heebie-jeebies, man.
16.
16 to 22. Unfortunately, you're unable to locate any tattoo.
Any visible tattoos, at least.
He cocks his he's like, well, so the keep's cleared of. Did she say ogres?
Yes, there are ogres there, and I believe in Ettins.
Shocking news. Well, you've
Does
got...
he seem actually surprised?
roll insight.
What is my insight? That's a +2. 11.
This is not the first time he has heard this information.
You know, guys, I think we just did their job for them. Them is what I mean. Couldn't they just go back?
Let's just save this conversation for upstairs.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure we did a good service for the town. There's now no longer any ogres nearby threatening them. So-
That's exactly right. You did a good service for us, me and my people.
What is this wording? It's fine. Kaiser doesn't give a
Me and the fair citizens of Rassalanter are in your debt.
Speaking of, is there a current ruler of Rassalanta?
No. There is only... We answer to the Open Lord of Waterdeep and the Master Lords. That's why there are some 60 Waterdavian guards stationed in this town.
Indeed. So if something goes wrong here, you report to one of these guards, or...
Yes. You can check in the barracks for their captain of the day.
Ah, so you have a captain. Well, I might do that before we leave tomorrow.
I'm sure that'll prove to be most fruitful.
I am sure it would as well.
Enjoy your stay. I've got a pot of coffee on if anyone's staying up.
I've already left.
I'll have a cup of it to take upstairs with me if you don't mind.
Enjoy, fair lady. Good night.
Good night.
Bonsoir.
So you are able to return your rooms and resume your conversations.
Oh, do we all go into one room?
Should we meet up in a room?
Oh yeah, good idea. Let's go.
Let's go to Kaiser's room.
No,
Go to the master suite.
there you go.
Bigger.
Good call. Let's go. Yeah. All right, we're in the master suite.
So, I'm not necessarily one to be suspicious of people, but because there was a Zentaran presence nearby,
Oh, you mean the innkeeper? Yeah, he's definitely a Zentarum. I don't. There's no suspicion here. I don't.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
No, I already know he is
Oh
one.
my
so I don't
gosh,
know.
Kaiser, you can't just
Just assume?
Zentarum.
How do we check if he's Zentarum?
Well, Zentaran seem to have a tattoo on them. You did not have one visible, which...
I mean, smart
Not
choice,
going to.
right? I don't.
which
So we just have
Yeah.
to get him naked and check for a tattoo.
Good call.
I have a question for Matt.
What's up, Boom?
So, for Zane would probably know for like at least in Mirabar, like laws there. If someone's just like being suspicious, is there anything that can be done? Like just like take them in for questioning. That's like perfectly like fine and acceptable, or
Yeah.
like how is that process? At least to Zane.
Right. So, yeah, if you have reasonable suspicion, you should report that to the authorities. You know, in Mirabar, you and your parents, your word is kind of close to being law. You have actual official power. Here in Waterdeep, you can the best you could do is bring it up with the constable.
Okay.
Yep.
Would it ever be like reasonable to bring someone to the constable first, or just bring it up to the constable? Like bring someone to the constable, or bring it up with the constable first?
I would, to me, in my mind, I think bringing it up with the constable is the reasonable thing to do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't want to be, accusing someone, but,
you shouldn't jump to conclusions.
I don't know. He's like, like, he's Zentarum, so I don't know what I said. Like, I'm sure he already knows.
We don't know for
Definitely.
sure that he is.
Giving off some pretty bad vibes.
Some bad vibes, man.
Yes, he is suspicious, I suppose. There's nothing, unless we go back to Waterdeep, that we can actually
Yeah, I don't.
legally do against him, and I don't think we want to do that, so...
No, but I think we want to move on as soon as possible. I don't think we want to be staying in an inn owned by the Zentarum, even if there's a chance there is.
Indeed.
How long is it till daybreak at this point? Guesstimation.
I would say 3 hours.
Jinkies.
Well, we could bring it up with the Waterdeep guards who are here and see, just to let them know of our suspicions. Also to inform them of the fact that there was Zentarum nearby, or at least an now destroyed holdout of theirs.
Seeing as how the Zentarum had a grasp on this town, having control of that keep with seemingly razor dust exports from there, we don't know the inner workings of this town and who works for the Zentarum and who doesn't. Might be a safer bet to send a letter to our friend back in Waterdeep, let him know of what's going on here, and for us to get out of town.
You can try. If they're like smart at all, the letter will never make it, right?
We do
Send
not
it at
have
the next
to.
town.
We could send a letter from the next town, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Like he said, like the Zentarum are everywhere, right? So I'm sure they know where we are at all times. So I don't think waiting or doing. They know where we are, and they know where we send things from, right?
I mean, what if the next town we get to, we all split up, and then they can't all follow us at once, right? And then we all send letters that all say the same thing. And that's the best probability of getting back to them.
I mean, without the complicated process, it would be probably a good idea that just is alluding to send more than one letter. Could do that.
Maybe.
We
I
also
see.
To devise the
he
code.
mentioned that he could contact us, and potentially when he contacts us, we'll have a way to contact him back. And then we can share any information that we have.
So we should just wait till that, maybe.
There's no guarantee that whatever spells that he uses, we will be able to contact back.
I mean, there's no guarantee in anything, right?
There are
Very
guarantees,
profound,
and
Kaiser.
there are guarantees that we are standing here right now.
Okay, you know what I meant in this situation. Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. Okay.
I mean, there is a chance. Of course, there's no guarantee, but more chances the better, right? If we send the letter and he contacts us, one of those might prove to be useful.
In my mind, we leave here as soon as possible.
Right
we need to
now,
make for Tribor.
or take a nap and then go.
Should have a rest. We can just keep watch. We all just stay in this room. Someone keeps watch.
Yeah, we should just do that. I can go get my stuff and bring it in here.
Lucius, you think that the guards of Rassalantar from Waterdeep might be corrupt?
Anything's possible.
Nothing is guaranteed in the words of Kaiser.
Yeah, as Kaiser said, nothing's guaranteed.
Alright, I'm putting that
Waterdeep.
on my character sheet. Nothing is guaranteed.
Kaiser, go ahead and roll. Well, no, Lucius, go ahead and roll an intelligence check with advantage.
First roll 18, second roll 6, so 18 intelligence check, so 18, straight
Yeah.
18.
There are
Yes.
60 guards in a town of 400. It is really difficult to imagine that they were moving that much razor dust out of this keep without a good chunk of these guards being really corrupt.
That's kind of been my assumption here.
Yeah. But the DM is now confirming for you that you are on the right path.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I would... In fact, I may have to disagree with Kaiser here. I think it would be guaranteed that at least some of the guard is working at the center.
You think so?
How else would they operate out of this location? With this many guards from Waterdeep here.
You suggest we leave then?
I suggest we leave now.
I'm down for whatever. Public vote. Popular vote, I mean.
I'm okay
Some
with
of
the
them-
suggestion.
If the innkeeper downstairs now knows we have confirmed that there was interim there, and he is sending word to the guards, then perhaps, yes, we should leave with haste right now.
I believe there's a very good possibility that the Zentarum agents are on their way here right now.
There's a
Let
good
us
chance
go.
that they're already here.
Oh my god, let's go.
So, can we leave, actually?
Is there any... We should go out a window, maybe? Top it,
Let's try and sneak out of here as post-haste.
Are we going to try and get our horses, or are we just going to leave without them?
That's a good question. We might have to leave them.
Where are okay, so the horses I assume are in some stable somewhere. Is it someone's watching over them, or you have to get into somewhere to get to them, or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's get into, but there's a stable, a good ways away to keep it. This is a nice inn. It's posh. So it's, I would say 100 feet or more away are where the horses are kept. There's no downwind smell. It's very nice. So I want what everyone make me perception checks.
Sure.
14.
19.
8.
16.
All right, you guys hear from a distance.
Oh, that's a good sign.
What is that?
A fucking horse.
Let's run. Where are the exits? Like, where are the best ways out of this inn? Is there
there
only
a
the one
window?
door? Are there
You're on the
windows?
you're on the second floor. There are windows.
Okay. Open a window, rope down.
Well, they know what rooms are in, right? So they would just go to this window.
Look out. Are there people there?
With your perception check, you don't see anyone down, but when you look off to the west side, so this inn luckily is a good way away. It's on the opposite side of where the barracks are kept. However, you do see some torches in the distance and a crowd moving towards the inn.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! There's some
Let's
Gooby,
go.
Gooby stew. Some Scooby Doo shit. Let's get out of here.
Okay. So window, rope.
Okay. Everyone make me athletics checks. You guys can hear downstairs a door opening.
Aubrey will
15.
quickly use a spell slot and put down her turret at the front of the door. And it'll be the flamethrower turret.
Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Yeah.
-1.
Tell me your totals.
I got 15. Sorry.
Oh,
4.
okay. That's helpful.
I would like to go last, but I have a 12.
I'll go first.
Got a 19. Natural 20 -1.
Zane,
15.
you guys have a major success. Lucius, you're going last.
Yeah, I'm going last.
Okay,
Did you need my number? I had a
You had
12.
12. I got you. You had
Yeah,
major
okay.
success. What
Okay,
were you
but
going to do?
what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So as everyone else gets down, I want to. Is there anything kind of flammable in here? Straw, anything like that? Lanterns. I know it's
Yes.
mostly wooden, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a flammable enough.
Okay. Did we have any lanterns lit up here? Is it like normal for there to be like lanterns in these
Yep,
rooms?
exactly.
We're
And,
not
and
sitting in
remember,
dark.
he was sitting by a lantern, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely a thing.
Okay, so we have like an oil lantern somewhere around here. Okay, so as everyone gets down, I'm gonna pull out a little bit of razor dust, sprinkle it on the ground, all around. Just a good healthy helping. Light my flint and steel, and put the lantern on the ground, trying to start a fire in the room. And I'm gonna go down the.
All right, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
It's general check, so you get to add your jack of all trades, which is a +1 in
Just
addition to your dex modifier.
General dexterity
Yeah.
with jack of all trades, so it'll be a plus.
3.
Oh, okay, it would be +3, so that's 11 + 3, 14.
All right, so you're very able to quickly do it. You throw down the layers, just you knock it over, and you tear down a couple of the tapestries and kind of toss it all around, and it gives this kind of good spread. And there's just kind of this kind of snaking motion, and in that moment, the world kind of seems to slow down. You're taken back to a moment not too long ago when you did something, and you can hear this voice in the back of your head. You're doing very well. And the fires kind of get higher. And they seem to raise almost supernaturally fast, and they start to spread quicker and quicker. And you can hear this door kind of get kicked down, and that's when the turret goes... And fire just starts to rush towards the people that are in the doorway as you snake down, and an arrow, a crossbow bolt whizzes by your head, and you fall with the rest of your friends. And you can see the Sleeping Dragon Inn, which has literally been featured in like video games and board games.
Being burned down.
Yep. You guys just see the room where you left. In the matter of 6 seconds, an inferno has erupted, and you dropped. I need everyone to make stealth checks.
And of course, Matt, just for clarification,
Yeah.
after sprinkling razor dust, it was quickly re-put back into the bag of holding and put away.
Okay.
Just for,
Yeah, fair point.
Hmm.
You can just tell me your totals as you get them.
Ooh, actually good.
Stealth.
5.
11.
3.
Not good.
What the heck? I got a
10.
14 with disadvantage.
Only 10.
That is a major failure on the group's part. You guys are able to skitter away, but there is a blast of flames, and it lights up from the window. A roaring torrent of fire shoots out, and it kind of slows down and spreads out, and it just lights you all up. And as you're trying to skitter away to the northerly direction towards Amphale, you hear kind of like a I think I see him! And you can hear an attention of guards start to approach you.
Fuck stealth things, just run.
Oh, yeah, just
Wait.
as fast as we can.
Did they kill the horses?
Yes.
They most likely killed the horses.
It's very likely they killed the horses, Alyssa.
They killed the horses.
As we go, I assume we're like running using our dash action.
Yes.
I have 2 Bardics left, so I'll use both my Bardics as we're running to give us an additional 30 feet of speed for at least 2 rounds.
Yep. So you do. So not only are you dashing, but some of you are able to use your reactions to move your speed, which gets you significantly ahead of the guards. Zane?
Okay, so as the fire is like lighting us up and they start to see us, Zane will then turn to the fire and use control flames to have the area of bright light and dim light cast by the flame and change its color to something darker in an attempt to basically make us more hidden, so that if we start running, we'll not be able to see us as well.
All right, so you guys have had a major success and a major failure. I'm going to say with that control flames, you're going to move down to a minor failure and a major success. So you have basically what's equal to a 1 right now. That plus Lucius's getaway tactics brings you up to, I'm going to say, a 2. So you have 2 successes. You need 1 more. How are you trying to get away from these guards? They are still in hot pursuit, and there are arrows and crossbows whizzing by you, but you're just out of range.
Are they past the flames at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
So before they had left the rain, when we got outside of the inn, and we saw crossbows from inside.
From all over at this point, okay. But but definitely from the.
She would have detonated her turret.
Oh my god!
Roll for damage.
What the fuck?
Yep, you're exactly right. Oh my god, you guys just burned the sleeping dragon into the ground.
Yeah, right now, lads.
Let me check exactly how much it was.
Pretty gamers in the
3d6.
It's good to know that Lucius hasn't changed from his old ways.
little bit.
Oh, that's
Jesus
16.
Christ.
So as you're all getting away, here's what we'll say: as the guards begin to crest over the flames and they're kind of fighting it back, as Zane kind of stands there and controls the fire down and darkens it, Aubrey turns around at that exact moment as Zane brings it down and goes boop, and there's just a secondary explosion. And you see guards fly out of the Sleeping Dragon Inn, glass shatter, and the inn start to catch a blaze. And another secondary blast separates the guards in half, and only a small contingency. When that happens, you, Zane, everyone turn away and start to run. And Lucius creates that double dash using his 2 inspirations, and you guys leave these guards in the fucking dust. You dart off into the night. Horses, Zentarum, corrupt guards, razor dust, all of it leaving behind you. Do you stick to the road towards Amonfale, or do you try to hide in the hills?
I think we have to hide in the hills at this point, right? Because looking at it, if they are going to use their corruption about this, if we go on the road, we look like the bad guys in this.
I'm going to have to agree with Kaiser here. I think Amonfale is too close. It's possible that the corruption spread there. You may have to go through the wilds to make it to Trebor.
All right.
Let us go.
Alrighty. So you all start to head into I'm going to say a western direction, because east is probably going to take you too close to civilization. Well, you can't go east. Yeah. So you are going to head northwest and begin trekking into the hills.
If it's still dark, Aubrey would use light on her glasses to help everyone who cannot see to see a bit.
Light the way. So you see a roaring inferno in the background as you guys dart off into the hills at night. You leave the guards behind you. They're unable to find you at this given time on this night, and you travel deep and deep for the next couple hours until you're too tired to carry on from your night's adventure. And as you begin to settle down and make camp, the sun begins to come up. What do you wish to do?
We need to rest.
We should try to find somewhere a little hidden away, the best we can, in this nearby area at least.
Maybe it's.
May, you're muted.
What if we go closer to the hills?
You're in the hills now.
We're in the hills, y'all.
I mean, higher up into the hills.
Going that far might.
There are many dangers out here on the
Yeah.
frontier.
We're also
It's not just in Tarn.
pretty exhausted right now. So somewhere nearby that we can just kind of hold up and at least keep out of sight a bit.
We can get farther, but it's the same problem, right? I don't know where we can go. We can maybe find a cave or some some cropping, but there's no distance we can go that we can say that it's definitively safe.
We're not safe exactly, but something that we're out of sight at least. A little bit harder to find.
I mean, we're in the hills. I don't know how much farther we need to go in the hills.
Okay, sounds like we're sleeping here then, and I just sit down.
We're pretty far from the road at this point then, yeah? We've gone a ways.
You
off
you
the
have
beaten
successfully, for the next, narrative, whatever, escaped the guards.
path. And how is like our horizon look? Is it like, do we have kind of cover because of these hills? Like, are we
Absolutely.
bit
yeah.
hidden from like sight of passerbys?
Absolutely.
I think we can camp here, but we need to be keeping a watch constantly.
All right.
Should be fine. I can start.
Alrighty. So you all set up camp. Go ahead and someone who wants to helm the survival check to kind of get you in a good spot here. That's what we should have done. Survival, yeah. Who wants to helm survival?
Maybe, the person who lived in the forest before should, find out where to go.
Hey, man.
Fine.
I've been running another show, 44 episodes, and the druid doesn't have survival. Or nature.
Roll.
Questionable.
Oh, you're Faker.
That's the third nat 20! Actually, Faker. You are able to find not just a hill, but a cave. A very clear cave that doesn't have any monsters in it. And you are safer than houses.
Nice.
And you set up a beautiful camp and are able to forage for berries, etc., and campfire. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna RP the fuck out of this.
Yeah, here it is.
Let's
Faker,
fucking go.
Faker.
I'm gonna look around until I find an animal.
Okay.
What animal is nearby?
I don't know. What animal is nearby?
Do I have to perception check?
No, you tell me.
A rabbit.
Okay.
And I cast Speak with Animals. And I say, hello, little brother, come here.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm super tired, and all my friends, we had to get away from these, like, totally mean people. And do you know anywhere that's, like, safe nearby? Like, if you were hiding from, like, a fox or an eagle or, like, one of those, like, big baddie animals, like, where would you hide?
Oh, yeah, I would just go into my burrow. My little rabbit hole.
Yeah, I get that, because you're, like, small, but, like, for someone like me, because, like, we're kind of big, where do you think, like, someone big could hide?
Well, and he kind of hops away. He's like, there used to be something real big in this cave here. But then it left a couple weeks ago. Ain't been back since. It had
What?
2 heads.
It had 2 heads. Was it, like, did it kind of look like, and I'll, like, point at Kaiser. Is it kind of like him, but, like, bigger with 2 heads?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, well, like, thanks. And I'll, like, pat its little ears.
Hey, don't touch me without my permission.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought you might be itchy or something.
No. Doing
Okay.
doing fine here, thanks.
Okay, well, thanks. Anyway, rabbit guy.
Later. And he hops away.
Oh, guys, I asked the rabbit, and he said that there's a cave that way. And, like, okay, so hear me out. He said that the thing that was in it left a little bit ago, like a few weeks ago, and it had 2 heads. So do you think it was the thing that we killed?
Be possible. It's near enough.
That would make sense.
Okay, well, the cave's this way, and I'll, like, go towards the cave.
Alrighty.
While we're there.
So, you make camp and begin to take shifts. Is there any other scenes anyone wishes to do before you all pass out?
Yeah, at one point, if Aubrey's ever like alone tinkering with something at like the edge of the cave and no one else is around, I'm gonna approach Aubrey, and kind of, sneakily switch a small amount of the razor dust into a much smaller pouch that I have as well for like coins or something. Switch the coins around, get a smaller pouch that it's more like a dime bag instead of a full brick, which is probably now like half a brick. Emptied out a decent bit. And I'd approach Aubrey and I'd say, Aubrey, you mentioned that you were looking to do some of that research onto the razor dust, right?
Yes, that was my goal with it, at least.
Well, while we were in that ruin, I happened on a small amount. And I pull out the dime bag that I've put together. And if you are wanting to, he's like kind of shaky, but it's like, if you are wanting to figure out how to reverse the effects or learn more about it, I trust that you are capable of not being tempted by something like this, and you'll be able to figure out a lot about it.
That was my intent, so this helps greatly in that, having a sample to work with.
I didn't bring it up because I thought maybe Zane or the others may look down on it or try and get rid of it right away, and I know you wanted to study it, so here you are. I don't mind if they know, I just figured I'd come to you first.
Well, I appreciate it, thank you.
Of course. Let me know if you find anything. It's very interesting work you're doing.
I most certainly will. I can't guarantee I'm going to find anything, but,
Oh, that's alright. Knowing you, you will. You're the most brilliant woman I've ever met.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
And I think so myself as well.
The confidence as well. I like it. And Lucius will head to bed.
Alrighty. Are there any other scenes anyone wishes to create?
So before that conversation, because she was off doing something while she was alone, I think she was studying the potion that she found inside the bag.
Okay.
With her alchemist supplies.
Okay. Go ahead and actually, you could just in 5th edition you can just identify with a simple taste. It is a potion of gaseous form.
Oh, okay. Cool. That is what she was wanting to check. Also, I swear, didn't you give me like a wand or something to identify it, Tom?
I believe I did. I can double check for you though.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I had it written down in my notes, but
There was
Is it a wand or just a stick?
I gave you a scroll fire hands.
Burning hands, yeah.
Burning
I don't,
hands, yeah.
I don't think there was a wand.
I don't think there was a wand.
Okay,
the
it was-
wizard did have an arcane focus, but it was just an arcane focus.
alright. I knew there was something I needed to look at, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it then.
Okay. Anything else? Alrighty. Alyssa, you are asleep.
Okay.
It is daytime,
Okay.
and the crackle of the fire lulls you to a sleep, even though you're very tense. Takes you 30 minutes to fall asleep, which for you is a lot, because you're the kind of person who can just kind of flop over and fall asleep. You've always been comfortable in your dreams. You are alone. Instead of dreams prior where your friends had joined you, you do not see familiar faces. You are in a forest. There are people around you, that you once had a party with a couple nights ago, a week ago at this point. And they are standing around. They're all glamorous in their summer-themed clothes. Lots of golds, reds, and I don't know, all the assortment that you might find. And they seem to be kind of sitting around in this forest that has all these kind of lights around, floating. They're darling. They all kind of speak intermittently. You did so well today.
Yeah, today was a really weird day. Wait, how do you know what I did today? Was it you that I heard and saw?
It was some of us, yes.
Well, how are you there, but then you're also in my dreams?
We're everywhere. We're the spirits in the trees.
How are you everywhere at once?
There's many of us. In each tree, in each blade of grass, in each drop of water we live.
Well, who are you?
We're you, darling. We're part of you now.
What does that mean?
You made a choice.
Uh-huh.
You chose to dance with the summer court.
Yeah.
And we're here to help you.
Help me how?
To be your best you.
That sounds nice.
Did you enjoy being mischievous today?
Very much so.
Perfect. We're all about mischief here in the summer court. Not so much chaos, just mischief.
I feel like I knew I had to go.
Yes.
And I knew that there would be something there.
Yes. That's your spirits guiding you. Always trust them.
Okay.
Always. Do you have any questions for us?
Well, do you know anything about... Can you guys talk to me all the time, or can I talk to you?
Not all the time. But as you become more powerful, it'll be easier for you to talk to us. You could try, perhaps, there are maybe beings and spells you could try to summon more of us. Perhaps a familiar or something along those lines. But, other than that, you'll just have to wait till you fall asleep. But as your powers grow, it'll be easier to talk to us.
Will I get more powerful the more of you that I know?
Yes, exactly. And the more mischievous you are, the more power you'll gain.
I can remember that. I can do that.
It's perfect. You're doing very well.
Thank you.
Sleep tight.
Okay. Oh.
Take care of yourself. There's a great upheaval ahead. We want
What
to be.
does that mean?
It's a story for another time, my dear. Take care of yourself.
I promise.
We'll see you in your dreams. Alrighty, and with that, we are going to call it for the night. What a terrific time we had, folks. The Sleeping Dragon Inn is no more. D&D history just burned to the ground.
Yeah, weird, okay?
Sounds
Weird.
like us.
Alrighty, so we will do this in reverse order. Tell them who you are. Anything you'd like to announce or whatever, what's going on in your lives, and tell them your favorite moment from tonight's game, okay? I believe, May, you were last, so May, you're first. Thank you, Chris, for 100 bits.
Yay, thanks for the bits. I'm May. Thanks for watching. I had fun. Hope I didn't annoy you too much. What am I doing? I'm leaving as soon as we're done to drive to San Diego to talk on 2 panels at a college gaming festival tomorrow. So that's cool. My favorite part of tonight was busting in the room, waking everybody up with my story of ogre ghosts.
Perfect. So, drive safe, May. Tom?
Thanks.
Yeah, my name's Tom. I play games. I don't usually stream.
Stream once a week on this
once
channel.
a week on this channel. Best part was definitely the aftermath when Faye said I explode the turret. That was definitely the best part because I didn't expect that at all.
That was so
Yeah.
dope. Casanova.
Hi, I'm Casanova. At Casanova Hots on everything. I stream some like hot stuff sometimes, but I'm just kind of waiting for Classic WoW still, because, you know, I have the worst beta luck ever. Never gotten a beta in my entire life. Not salty at all, actually, about it. Super happy. But I really had a lot of fun tonight. Always, you know, have a lot of fun playing D&D with all of these lovely people. Favorite part was definitely just the Great Escape. Just the whole sequence of getting out of that inn was so much fun. That was so cool.
That went from being like a really kind of cute, interesting, tense skill challenge to like insane high stakes, like in the blink of an eye because of the fire shit. That was awesome. Y'all took it to the next level. Crowan.
Hello, my name is Crowan. I stream HOTS a lot until, once again, you know, the classic WoW. Also getting unlucky, but soon to be classic WoW streamer. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter, just at Crowan. I think my favorite part was, I mean, also like the big escape scene, but the moment of realization where like, wait, fuck, we have to get out of here like now. That moment was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed it greatly. Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye. My Twitter is at FayeHots, which I want to change eventually. My Twitch is Faye14. Not really doing a whole lot, just streaming some HOT, streaming MK11, streaming D&D on Sunday if we play. Another D&D game on Monday as well. And let's see, favorite moment. The escape was great. I'm glad I finally got to use the detonation on the turret. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Fuck yeah.
Because it's a really cool thing. But favorite moment, I think Lucius giving the little bag of our razor dust to Aubrey, because now she can do what she wanted to do before, which was to kind of study it up a bit. So that was a cool moment.
Wow. Synthetic drug manufacturer, by the way. Oh my god, this game. I am Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I am here at Dice Priori many times a week doing design, running shows, playing in games, and I also go on variant roles. Follow me on Twitter to stay abreast on all the latest. I had a terrific time tonight. My favorite moment... I love this whole fucking session, but I have to say... Well, okay, I have to do two because DM privilege. May just like charging at the keep and sneaking out was what like set the tone for this whole thing. And then two, the fire, like y'all turning it up to 20 on the escape was just the greatest thing. Casanova and then Aubrey and then Zane and oh my god, that all the fire shenanigans. This party's element is apparently fire, by the way.
Oh yeah. If we still weren't getting away, I had one more thing to do with fire if we kept going. So.
Oh no! I need to get some like bombs in here or something. Alrighty, we will be back next week with Storm King's Thunder episode 7 to see how all of this unfolds as they journey into the wilds and skirt around the town of Amphel. We'll see you next week when it is Big Boys season.